me, Michelle, on the street lights on the corner. City vibes got a story. Feel the beat, don't ignore me.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Talk to Me, Michelle. I am your host, Michelle, with that one L. Hopefully, everybody is doing good this evening. I'm feeling good. My cocktail coordinates tonight. Yes, it does. I don't know why. I was going to wear something else, but this just jumped out at me, and it could be because of the purchase I made of this Moscato. Delicioso. So, I know y'all here for the drama, the antics. I know y'all want to come in here and see some bullshit like y'all always do, okay? I understand. I like a little bullshit too, but this is about resolution, okay? I have two important ladies on here. My former co-host and my sister, Rochelle, a.k.a. Rocky, and Miss Philly, who also co-hosts with Big Vino on Psychobabble and sometimes Fat Nigga Fridays. And we had a very public situation between all of us. And the thing about it, we were all cool at one time, but I'm going to also let you know how you mishandle things can determine the outcome of things, as well as, y'all know how Instagram is. Everybody got their shit spoon. You know, y'all all be in the comments, well, they said this, they did that, and be just stirring the pot. Okay? So we're not going to do that. We had a conversation behind the scenes. Because I know y'all was in shock, like, oh, damn, Michelle, Rocky and Philly, they're on the same screen. Yes, we were. Yes. Okay, and I was damn happy we were. So let me bring these ladies on in the building. First and foremost, it's Hoochie, Miss Rochelle.
The Hoochie.
And Miss Philly is in the building.
Hey.
Hey. Everybody looking glamorous up here trying to represent.
Always. Bitch, this is a panel of air signs. We do nothing more but come through, okay? Stop.
Noted. Okay. Philly, how you doing this evening?
Well, it's been a day. But we made it to the end. We almost done.
Almost there. We're going to count it down, girl.
Yes.
But we had a situation that happened publicly because we were all cool at one point. And I always say, especially Instagram, social media has a way of mixing and stirring the pot. But then I look at our own actions. I think we all took accountability on how we all contributed to the outcome and why we all fell out. So I want to first get Philly to get in here because Philly, you were connected with Vino.
Yes.
And y'all, I couldn't stand Vino at one point, but then he won.
And honestly, I didn't even know that you didn't like Vino or that you couldn't stand him. So when I first got cool with Vino and y'all weren't around, I was like, oh, well, this is just somebody I'm cool with. And, everybody's not around each other.
Right.
And so I got to deal with them heifers.
Kind of.
I know that's where you were going, girl. I know where you were going.
No, because when you fall out with folks, you just try to avoid spaces that you usually see them in because you don't really deal with them. I mean, because I can be cordial in the same room with somebody without really addressing their presence, but you still got that, damn, what the heck? Why are they here? Yeah. Why are they here?
Instagram is very messy because sometimes I think it's something with their programming too, because I know that at one point I had y'all blocked and I would still be able to see y'all if I went into a certain, and I'm like, hold on, how I see you?
Why they here?
So I was like, ugh. Y'all here, y'all created another page.
When I see somebody and I see him, I'm like, oh my God, why is this? Ooh.
Yeah. So I was trying to stay away because I was just like, I don't want to deal with, because every time I saw y'all at one point, I just want to go off. So and I did at one point. Every time I would see y'all, it was on site. Like, nope, I got to get it off my chest. And maybe that might be the Gemini in me, the air sign in me. But
that's the air sign because we all petty. I
had to get it off my chest, like,
Yeah, and I understand how you feel because you try to hold certain things in and not get out of character, but when you see an opportunity to address something that you've been wanting to address, it's on. Let me get in.
You want to talk to me, bitch? Okay.
I get to a certain point where I don't want to talk no more.
Yeah.
But I can understand because I'm the same way. When I don't fell out with you or we're not supposed to like each other, okay, you stay over there and stay out of my space.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the zone you were in, and I understand too. You start following and getting friends with somebody, and then all of a sudden, okay, why they here? Are they stalking me? What the hell? Because with me and Michelle don't had the same issue,
Yep.
but Vino came around with Raccoon, and that's that was a while ago, and I don't know how we started talking to Vino because we both was like, I don't know, you came with him, and I just get a vibe. I'm not, I don't know, and then Michelle started gelling with Vino. And then I said, okay, he pretty cool so far. He not showing me like he like that person. And then that's when we started going to his lives.
Yeah.
And you had already made friends, but see, we weren't talking, so we didn't know what you were doing.
Right.
You didn't really know what we were doing. So, and when we came in there, I was like, oh fuck, her ass back up there. The same way you felt about us in the comments. I always got her ass. Oh, I'm just gonna leave. I can't enjoy it.
Well, let me get to the base.
Yeah, it was being petty.
We being petty. But let's get to the foundation of what our issue was, because we were all cool. We've had the Gospel Heifers had so many fallouts with so many people. Philly did stick up for us with one particular comedian.
She stuck up for us twice.
That's true. Twice.
Go ahead.
Okay. So at the time,
not sticking up. Can I say it's not sticking up for? I felt like I was just in a place to be able to tell the truth.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm more so at, is just tell the truth. If you see the truth, speak the truth, and so.
And I appreciated that.
Yeah, and we did appreciate that.
But we were still cool with Philly during that time, though, the first time.
Right, but see, when we first time, but then we had another individual who will remain nameless that entered all of our lives, and this person I already knew was not right, but I knew he was obsessed with you, Philly, because it was a consistency that he would go out of his way to talk to you or talk about you. Yeah. So at the time, he started giving us harassment. And I was like, okay. And then speaking on our mother, which you also let us know about.
Yeah.
Who had just passed. And me and Rocky was like, okay, we can't deal with that person. I don't want nothing to do with anything he has a part of. Anybody still kicking it with him. I got to distance myself because that leaves a doorway to give him access. So, Rocky, you go ahead because this is where you come in.
No, I was just about to say, I knew it was more of a harassment with her and more of his ego injured that I just cut him off. So it was two different harassments from the same person. I just got to the point, anybody dealing or talking to this person, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nothing to do with you. And that's when I just started cutting. So anybody I heard that was still dealing with him, okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And I have gotten, and I was telling Michelle earlier, I hate that people have really tainted the way I view people. And it really caused the wrong steps that I took with you. Because I've gotten to the point where, okay, all you are fake. You say you my friend. We fall out, and y'all be the first ones trying to either gather a posse, or you're the first one crying wolf about what happened, but you don't want to never say your side. So I had just had enough with all of the BS.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that person, anybody dealing with him, I didn't care who you were. You could have been my daddy. You was getting cut off. That's just the zone I was in when it came to that person. It was too much. And like I said, when I see the writing on the wall and I see a shit show, I'm getting off the train before the train crash.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing personal with that person. I just didn't want nothing else to do with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have went further when it came to you and finding out what happened, because I ended up listening to the IG gossip. I'll admit, y'all, I was wrong. I listened to the IG gossip, the same IG gossip that was about me and Michelle as well. So I should have known what common sense. Girl, check with her. Check with her. Check with her. See what's going on. Is this story true that you're hearing?
Mm-hmm.
And I handle it wrong. And I know I started the domino effect of the fallout.
Yeah.
Out of everybody up here, I'm the one, y'all. I started the domino effect because I didn't do common sense communication. Simple as that. Didn't do common sense communication. Mm-hmm. Didn't talk to Philly behind the scenes to get her side of the story. and to find out what was going on. And when I said Philly was told, because you knew I was in a live on a ghost account, because I will never unblock that hoochie. Never, ever. So I came on my ghost account and I made it clear, because I ain't no punk bitch. It's me in here. It's me. And I said, okay, so she, even though Philly, but that time she wasn't fucking with us. But she was still honest. They not talking about you. I ain't heard nothing. And the whole time I'm laughing because Philly, you was reading them comments like, I can see in your face. You was like, I know that's her in these comments. I know that's her. And it was, but like, it was just so much that I didn't know what Philly was assuming or had heard, and vice versa.
And I guess that's where, we kind of talked about, I was confused because when I had let y'all know that that individual was speaking on your mother, somebody else that I had been dealing with that y'all knew that was up there talking about me with that individual. Yeah. So it was like, hold on, so nobody put 2 and 2 together that we didn't all fell out over this one individual. And so I was very confused. And I'm the main person that'll say, if I don't like you, stay away from me. And if and I'll let you know to stay away from me. But now, because of like situations like this where there may have been a misunderstanding, with a lot of stuff with Instagram and how all of this gossip starts, and I know that y'all were getting a piece of the story, which a piece of the story was true. The piece of the story that y'all had got, that y'all felt like I was still dealing with that individual, was true, but it was true years before the whole grand fallout happened. So it just made everything like, what? Y'all thought I was, do y'all not realize I'm going through it with this person too? And that he is trying to pull and drag anybody into this that will listen. So I was confused. I was hurt because we've had many conversations on the back end, on the front end. So I thought that we were all cool. And so even when I felt betrayed by Rocky, I still felt, well, you know what? Me and Michelle will be able to sit down and talk, and, maybe it'll come to a head. But Rocky got upset when I told him, like, get out.
Yeah. I told you hit all my trigger words.
Yeah, and I did. I called you messy. I told you that you was in here picking, and I didn't know what you was in here for.
Yeah.
So I did. I hit all of them. So that was my fault. Like I said, nobody talked.
Yeah,
nobody
talked.
When we've talked before, we've been through, I feel like, a bunch of mess before, to where we at least talked about it and was able to be like, oh, that's petty, laughed about it, and continued to move on. So, but we didn't do that with this.
No.
Yeah. I think the environment altogether on all ends was very toxic, because during that time frame, and it's not an excuse, during that time frame, it was like a lot of toxic exposure. And we all gravitated to and it just wasn't one person. It was several people that was just not good to be around.
Yeah.
And when the smoke cleared, you're like, oh, well, shit. That really didn't go there. Okay, now see that. Now I feel like a fool because I listening to this jargon with people I really don't have rapport with. And I do feel bad.
I was gonna say, and we all were going through personal things that we were talking to. Philly told us what she was going through, and I was like, okay, I didn't know it was that soon, or that didn't happen that long ago. And we've been dealing with a lot of stuff on our end. So I think when real life be hitting you and you got nonsense, the nonsense you're gonna be less tolerant for, and you're gonna take anger out. It's easy to take anger out on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going through things instead of talking. But like I said, I do wish I had said something to Philly, but I also felt like she's gonna probably take it like I'm telling her who to be friends with. You know what I'm saying? And it was so many different people though too. It wasn't just one person spreading the BS. But again, that's the same nonsense Michelle and I went through. So I should have recognized it.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, I don't like being put into a box, especially with a whole bunch of other people, because I feel like every day I prove myself to be different from a lot of other people that, you know, you may deal with. I'm one of those people. I'm gonna be honest and upfront. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it even if it make me look bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had to do that. I've had to confess that I did a lot of things that probably wasn't too ladylike. It probably wasn't too classy. I didn't did a lot of dumb shit before. And I've been very open and honest about it. So it was like, dang, y'all couldn't come and talk to me. Y'all know I would have told y'all, like,
yeah,
this is what it is.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, me and Rocky just had this conversation earlier today, that outside of this situation, our sisterhood has never been tested like it has since we gotten on Instagram.
Yeah.
And when you get so used to a pattern of people either trying to pit you against your own sister or to be nice to one sister and treat the other one like shit. And I'm like, I'm tired of these games, so you're quick to react because you don't know how authentic people that are coming to you.
Yeah.
Are you really going to be cool with me, or are you just here for the shits and giggles and some bullshit?
Yeah. And I blame a lack of family, you know, experience for people that try sisters that actually are close together. And I hope anybody got kids. If you got more than one child, make sure your babies stick together. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But I know when I told Michelle what happened after, you know, you told me how you felt in your life, these were also trigger words for me and Michelle, for both of us.
Yeah.
And it was a sister thing, but it was also, you know, Michelle felt, that's what you said. Really? I said, girl, because you didn't realize I actually came in on good terms. I wanted to try to make it right with Philly when I came in, but Philly didn't know that. Another missed opportunity. I should have probably slid in the DM and said something first. Instead of I said, boom, I just popped in her live. She's like, bitch, what? Why you here? And words were thrown. So I was like, okay. I just left.
Yeah.
I just left, but I already, like we said, being the air sign, I'm petty. I'm going to get you back. And it's just like you said, there were things said about you because you're honest. Things that you made. And I knew that word I called you was going to trigger you. You didn't know you was using trigger words. So
no.
I knew that was a trigger word. So that was almost like, if I felt that way about you straight up, anybody has known through the years I've been on IG, I hate hoes. I hate a hoe. Oh, baby, I despise a hoe. I would have never been friends with you in the first place if I felt that way about you. I was just being a petty heifer.
And these are facts because even behind us here, then let's bring Bino with the scene because we had a podcast, Rocky, you verbalized, and I kind of backpedaled talking about Philly on our podcast.
Yeah.
And that definitely was something that we just got off your chest at the moment because you was like, it's payback time.
Yeah, that was me.
Philly returned the favor with the video talking about, well, I was the subject of a podcast. And so we both had our qualms going back and forth with these videos we were dropping. It didn't help that once I started to actually like Vino and I called him behind the scenes, the call was mainly to talk about Raccoon. That was the base of the call. Then it got into the Fedora. Then it got into some other characters that I wouldn't care. And I was like, and while we talking about motherfuckers we don't like,
I don't care for Philly.
Yeah, and it was all from that attitude, and that was the dumbest shit I could have ever done. Not
and
because
I told Michelle, Vino, I don't know if you're still in here, but I still wasn't liking your ass like that. I wasn't trusting you like that. And I said, why did you say that to him out of all people?
And see, that's what I was like. I said, that lets me know how much of a dumb emotional spot I was in because you get these moments when you've dealt with so much in a certain environment. You're like, fuck him, you know. And then I was just on a fuck you train.
Yeah.
During that phone call.
But you know what though? Even so, when I found out about it, I was just like, well, Michelle is good at business and promoting and podcasting and stuff like that. And she don't like me. So I'm not surprised. It wasn't I did get mad. I did because I end up coming later because I'm like, hold on, you know, what? Like, why was I the subject of the conversation? Like, did I come up and be a subject of a conversation? Because I felt like I wasn't doing that to y'all at that point because I thought everything had kind of died down.
Oh, I thought I said why. I said, did I not say why on the podcast?
I don't remember because that was a while back.
I was hot, but I was it was based off that you know, your interaction with me on your live.
Right.
It was because we wasn't talking about each other. You are correct. We wasn't.
But I was out of line, not only for even bringing it up randomly because it wasn't even about Philly. That was not the base of the conversation. It just came up because I was on that fuck you train.
I remember watching that whole podcast. I remember hearing something about getting books and writing affirmations in them. I remember Rocky had like a bad day at work. Somebody was trying to, you know, I watched the whole thing because
She said
somebody randomly, like, I never even saw this person before. So I had people randomly sending me this podcast. I'm like, I looked at the title. I said, them bitches is talking about me. I knew it. When I saw the title, and y'all know how my memory works, I said, messy heifers. Oh yeah, they talking about me and that. And so
because that's what you called us. That's what you called me when I was in your life.
I called you a messy heifer. I didn't say nothing about Michelle. No, so when I was really hurt by Michelle because honestly, I was like, well, I felt like Michelle was the more cool, you know, relaxed, sat back person out of you. So it was just like, okay, well, me and Michelle, we might be able to talk about it, but then at the same time, I was like, you know what? They sisters. They sisters. If one, because I know how I am about my brothers and my sisters. If they fall in, I'm falling in right behind them.
That part,
we're gonna have to jump you. But
Right.
I didn't even feel like anything I had said was that serious, not knowing that I had hit trigger words with y'all. So, you know, I think that that's one of the things is knowing the people that you're dealing with triggers. And y'all, you triggered me when you went on the live and you was like, well, I'm blocking and deleting and getting rid of people that associate themselves with these people. So I'm like, okay, so you putting me in a box. You feel like I'm, you know, you feel like I'm messy. You feel like I'm a, you know,
I didn't feel you was messy.
No, you didn't say it directly about me, but I was one of those people that got deleted in the process of y'all.
I got you.
You know, and so I had this happen today, y'all. So I was on a live today and somebody came into the live that I didn't like and they spoke to me and I was like, I don't like you. And instead of just telling people I don't like them, I'm starting to qualify why I don't like you. So that way, listen, you said or you did something that I don't like and I don't want to deal with you no more.
Yeah.
Now, if I deal with you on a personal basis, I feel like I should be able to hit you up and be like, look, what you did, I ain't like that. That hurt my feelings. It made me feel some type of way. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just going off. And it was this whole Instagram thing make you realize how people in person and people on this online, like, I thought I knew how to handle people. I thought I knew when people was fucking with me or when they wasn't, or like, you know, when I felt like I knew when people had a genuine love for me until I started coming on Instagram. And I was like, you only like me because you feel like I can bring you followers. Oh, you only like me because I bring a certain crowd. I can do it by myself. So now you want to do it too. And I feel like that person who shall remain nameless,
amen,
they wanted me for a certain reason, but they also wanted y'all for your connections.
Oh yeah, it was the same thing. Followers, your name, and trying to slither themselves on my podcast without asking. And we like, no, we're not doing that. It was so much. You know it. This is air sign as fuck. We petty, but we grown. But when you said what you said about, you know, with that person, that I've never met that person to be no one so toxic and actually physically really need a straitjacket.
Yeah.
I've never met nobody in my life that fucking mentally off.
Yeah.
It's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
But Instagram will trick you. You be thinking you cool with people. And you come to find out, oh, you will really never fuck with me like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I made the worst mistake of somebody that really was fucking with me like that. To go back, like you said, folks sending you shit.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me a live with you on it. And this is where, after the fact, is when I popped in your live because I felt like shit. I read your body language in your face. And that's what I really understood. I hurt her feelings. Because the person you was on that line with, that I won't never unblock that bitch.
Yeah.
Why I went on hard with her is because she hurt my fucking feelings.
Yeah.
You know, so I knew how you felt, and I felt like I felt this fucking little. So I said, I gotta find a way to make up with her because I genuinely always liked you.
Yeah.
You's a funny, witty motherfucker.
And we've always said that because, like I said, usually when we fall out with folks that we don't really have no connection with, you could be gone.
Yeah.
You know, but there was always a ray of hope on this side. I'm like, okay, I know she fuck with Vino, we fuck with Vino. Maybe there's a possibility that we might be cool again.
Girl, Vino toxic ass hooked us all up. Let's just go and get Vino. If it wasn't for Vino, we would not be on this podcast right now having this conversation.
Yeah.
But it also, I give us credit.
Yeah.
We never went too far with our anger. Even though we was mad with each other, like, I don't want to talk to you, I won't fuck with you. You or us never talked about family. We never threatened nobody. We wasn't doing dumb posts and shit. So we didn't take it too far. It was just like, Vino, messy ass, I'm talking about you. Put you on that live, and you know, and I still to this, and I just told Vino that I just felt like we all made the ass out of ourselves because neither one heard what the other one said. Yeah. We were just cussing each other out. Blah, 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 blah. We didn't hear Philly. Philly didn't hear us, and nothing got resolved.
No. It wasn't, and at that point, I wasn't trying to.
No,
I
don't think neither
because
one.
again, at that point, I had already known that y'all had talked. That Michelle had talked to Vino, and I was like, "Oh no, like it's on go." Now I'm back on my bullshit. Every time I see you, I'm snapping out. I'm popping out every single time.
I told you, Michelle, you should have told that nigga that shit. I told you.
But now again, I felt like he told me for a reason because he was like, okay, y'all don't like each other. I'm gonna be camming up with them. There's a situation where y'all have started podcasts, and I'm like, well, Vino, I don't like that bitch. I ain't coming in there. Like, I will support everything that you do, but I ain't supporting that.
But I vibe that because when somebody leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and I'm gonna say this as the older woman out of both of y'all, I set a bad example on how to resolve shit and talk shit out because I know when I'm talking on my audio podcast, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to, approach and resolve things in a positive manner. And look, I shut the hell up. I dropped the ball all the way when I didn't try to, holler at Vino. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm really not in a good spot with Philly right now, but I would like to talk to her. If there's a possibility. That's what I should have did. But instead, I went down the toxic route. I ain't fucking with Philly right now.
Well, I want everybody to stop thinking that I am the deranged evil sister. I'm sick of that fucking title, okay? I'm sick of that bullshit. That's the ignorant bitch right there. Michelle Tompkins. I'm the one that has to get on her back and, whoa, bitch, come on, come back. Because once I think the difference is it takes Michelle a longer period to just click. She holds it back, and that's what makes that bitch more psycho.
She's more settled with it.
Yeah, no, Michelle is the one that's gonna go ham. She's gonna write letters. She's gonna make sure she destroy your ass. I'm not that one. I'm the one like I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna let God and karma handle your ass.
The only time I had to go that route was one time.
No, Michelle. Look. We're not gonna tell all our personal past. It's been more than one time, bitch. Okay? Then I don't have to pull your ass off. You're wild and Rottweiler, okay? A mad goddamn chihuahua, dangerous and bite niggas' ankles. Michelle is the one, once she angers, hide the knives, hide firearms. I'll cuss your ass out, and yes, I will give you a square fight. That's me. I give you one time to step on my toe. Bitch, get off my feet. And when being that I'm so direct, everybody assumes I'm the mean one. Now she's the one boiling and taking all your insults in, and she can't. Bitch is in the back. I remember, motherfucker, and she's okay. Michelle is just like our mother. Okay.
Okay.
Chihuahua. I'm like my father. Foul mouth, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
I'm trust me, Philly. I'm the less threatening one. I'm just more aggressive when I speak.
Yeah.
I think that's where people get that from me.
I
I've
don't
been told
know.
I'm aggressive, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Why you are labeling me like this? When you know I try to handle,
bitch,
I try to handle shit that's civil man. You said letters, right? I write the letters first. I
so
don't.
You write
fuck with
letters,
you.
and you be like,
You don't fuck
if
with
you
me.
see this nigga kill, yes, please. He
Now, as we continue to talk, though, Vino did let me know that Rocky was originally the one that wanted to reach out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he did, and I was like, I'm sitting up there thinking like, this shit fake. Like I don't know what it is. Like I did. Like I had my reservations about a lot of it because I was like, so is this just because we're all kind of starting to work together and the environment is starting to mesh? Like that's what I was like it. But at the same time, I had even told Vino, like, I liked y'all. Like, I had always liked y'all. I thought we was cool. I thought that we got along very well with each other. We joked, we laughed. I didn't feel like we got easily offended by bullshit. And we somehow found ourselves in a lot of the same type of similar situations with a lot of the similar people.
Yep. Girl, we know we don't like the same people.
And it always happens that way. And I be like, so is it me or is it them? Because it can't be all three of us, but maybe
because you know what, I noticed that too. I was like, it's not really us per se, because we have all three of us have a light. Even Vino's ass got a light.
Yeah.
And sometimes your light is so goddamn bright, people can't stand it.
Oh, baby.
So I think all of us possessing that shit naturally, that people gravitate to all of us.
Yeah.
There's people who can't do that. They gotta pay people to follow their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that
Oh my
shit.
God, did we say that out loud?
I did.
But I also want to say that we also got to remember, being that we are who we are with that light, we have to understand the wounded and the hurt is drawn to it. So, and hurt people.
Yeah.
And demons love light.
Mm-hmm.
They try to suck fucking energy vampires. But that's why, and I don't blame, because I feel it. I know you're younger. And I was so optimistic when you get to a certain age, you're going to see what the fuck I'm talking about. You get no fucks. And being that you kind of already there already, it's going to be even worse with your ass.
Oh, when you get up here?
Yeah.
When you get up here.
Look, it's very, the tolerance is very.
My daddy always told me, you don't get common sense till you hit 40. Common sense don't really come till you 40. And that nigga didn't lie. My dad didn't lie about a lot of shit. And if I had listened, we wouldn't be where the fuck we are right now, But we would never fell out. But I'm just like, you don't get sense till you're 40 and you really the fucks really start leaving.
Yeah.
Because, I remember talking to my best friend from 2nd grade, and when all this crap started with the gossip and heifers, she said, you've always been a good person, Rocky. Don't let people change you. Mm-hmm. And then she had to remind me of all the people I stood up for. If you bully, because I don't do bullies.
Yeah.
And you're not finna bully nobody in front of me, I will kick your ass. And I literally was like, you touch her, we all rocking. And she had to remind me, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. And that's why I said I hate that I've allowed people to take how
how you used to be.
Yeah. But I still don't like bullies, and I'll never like a hoe.
Yeah, so and if we kind of hit back on that, so like and we don't talk about it enough, about like even when you have friendships with people, about things that trigger you.
Yeah.
And so like with me being a hoe, and I know I'm like, hold on, like why am I getting accused of fucking and sucking all this dick I never had? Like y'all are y'all really wishing all of this good dick on me? And then being called a drunk. And I'm like, hold on, I like to drink just as much as the next person. I don't drink no more.
We all drink.
Right. And so I'm like, hold on, you call me a drunk domestic violence bitch. And I'm like, oh.
Girl, look, that's the one thing I love about us though, because I know we're gonna go low. Michelle Obama said we go high. No, bitch, we go low. Me, Michelle, and Philly, we go low.
Yeah.
And and that was only my hurt. Mm-hmm. Coming from being triggered. And the only thing I figured, I knew it was gonna trigger you, and the only reason I knew why it was gonna trigger you, because that's the BS IG was saying. Mm-hmm. And everything you said was the BS IG kept putting on us. And when you said you heifers are, heifers are messy, I'm like, okay.
I said, no, hold on. Don't say heifers because again,
heifer.
I never said
messy heifer.
Right.
So when you put the heifer in there, I took it. Oh, now I'm being labeled by my podcast name. And I was like, y'all do know that's the name of a podcast. It's not me.
Yeah.
So it was like so much. Okay, podcast name being thrown in my face. But which I came in with that shit, and it was a fucking hell of a catchy name.
It was,
but I didn't realize on this platform, it was only this platform where the name and creativity was flipped on us.
Yeah.
Bad, real bad.
Exactly.
And being called messy, I looked at the definition, and I said, okay, I'm not messy. Why the fuck these people keep calling me messy? What is this new word niggas like to throw around? So yeah, it was a trigger. It was.
And I think all of us attract opportunities as well. So whenever we turn down opportunities, 90% of them get turned down if they don't slip through the cracks. And usually that's when you find people being bitter and emphasizing all the shit that, the heifers are messy, Philly is this, Michelle is that, and it just gets amplified. So of course you hear it so much. Once you hear it one more time, you're like, oh, hell no, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not dealing with it.
So like with y'all were dealing with your mother and among a multitude of other things that y'all was going through. And so y'all wasn't in the place to deal with anybody's bullshit.
No, and it was a lot.
Right. And then me, I was still dealing with a divorce, a very public breakup, semi-domestic violence kind of thing, along with other, like a multitude of Instagram bullshit, because my life ain't even that messy. Like, it's messy. As messy as Instagram was, I was like, hold on, I'm going through a divorce and my divorce ain't even this damn messy.
Philly, I told Michelle, junior high school was never like this for me.
Never like Instagram.
Neither one of us in real life ever been told messy or all of this shit was so new.
Yeah. And
it was like, y'all were good at once and then boom, the attack came.
Yeah.
And it's like back to back, back to back, back to back. Like, what the fuck?
And everybody just had bullshit piling up. And I know that I know when I first came onto Instagram, like I talked about my life after divorce and stuff like that, but it wasn't something that I wanted to make my platform solely about.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't something that I just honed on. It was just like, I'm divorced. Hey, I'm sad. Hey, I'm going through these emotions. Hey, I'm dealing with jumping back into like the dating life, and dating sucks. Yeah. So a lot of people didn't really know a ton of the stuff that was going on with me.
Yeah.
And I preferred to keep it that way because I wanted things to kind of be light. I wanted Instagram to be fun for me.
Yeah.
And then it just turned messy. And like I said, high school, middle school had nothing.
Never.
Because I always saw the mess. I always saw the bullshit. And does everybody have like a little bit of drama when they growing up? Yes. But I never had anything like this go on with me to where it's something different with somebody else. At least once a month. Once a month, I'm going through bullshit for nothing because you're mad that, well, why do all of these people follow you? All you do is talk. And I'm like, but I talk good.
Yeah.
You
don't have my skills.
Yeah, they hate that. And like I said, when opportunities do not get their way with you, and a lot of people, and I put up a meme earlier about half of y'all don't like the folks y'all came up with. Y'all don't like them. You only in the building because they got numbers.
That part.
Okay? So entertaining toxic shit is eventually going to rub off. Because you're so eager to get a certain following. And how authentic is it if they're not fucking with you authentically?
Yeah.
So you're not going to keep the numbers you're trying to get.
That part.
So that's why when I see the fake shit, I'm like, oh, this person might be very popular, but I'm not going to gravitate that because that's not my vibe.
But you know, another thing I was telling Michelle, I definitely had to give Philly props for. You were the first motherfucker we bumped heads with that didn't get a gang of who don't like the heifers. You are the first one. And you know, because I find people that do that to be punk cowards.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I definitely want to make sure that I make that announcement. Philly is the first one that wasn't a punk that had to get a whole clan behind her to fight her battle when it really wasn't no battle.
Yeah.
And I hate when I see, because when I fall out with somebody, I can fall out with you and move on and just like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to give you kudos for not being a punk bitch and not being a op.
Thanks.
Okay.
Look, I fight all my battles alone. I don't, you know, and even that day when everything had happened, when I said there was a ton of people in that live and they wanted to come up here, and I was like, I don't need y'all to come up here while I know my own bullshit.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing to y'all. This is not y'all battle. If y'all do have y'all own battle, y'all go fight y'all own battles by yourselves. Because one of the things that I tell Vino this all the time, I tell anybody this: don't give nobody your content. Because if you put it on Instagram, if you put it on any platform, it's your content.
Yours.
Yeah.
And that gives people, if I go on somebody else's platform and they don't save their live, now they can twist the story. So if I go on my own live, hold on, you can't twist my words.
Right.
Why? Because it's archived. And so that's one of the things, like, ain't nobody gonna twist nothing I say, ain't nobody gonna twist nothing I do. It's gonna be here. And if we ever need to recall it, we can recall it.
We can go back. Yeah, we can go back.
But I you know what? I never heard, because even when they sent me that video that made me feel bad, I'm like, why y'all sending me this video? Because you didn't say anything in that video that was insulting. No. So that's, again, Instagram being messy.
The instigators.
You were being honest. I thought they were my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only person I was laughing at was, we ain't gonna even mention that motherfucker name, okay? trying to get the light. When they said a lot of shit about me, bitch.
And that's another thing, because most of the time, what I was having a conversation earlier about, I call them ambulance chasers. You know how certain attorneys be chasing ambulances to get cases? That's what they are on Instagram. Let's chase this tragedy or this mess and see how I can attach myself to it for validation. Yeah. And they do that all the time. That individual that came up on your live does that all the time.
And I really said content. You want to jump on my content.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the thing about it is, you jumping on while you venting your feelings and how you were feeling about stuff. There's opportunities like that was that night. That's things have been said about me. Like, bitch, it ain't about you.
It ain't about you at all.
Okay, stop making things about you when it's my life. I'm expressing myself.
No, and I can't stand people that are like that, because I'm not a clique type of person in the first place. Like, I've never been in a clique. I like who I like. I don't care if you don't like everybody that I like. We just not gonna talk about each other. It's how I've just always been like, y'all don't talk about me. I ain't gonna talk about y'all.
Yeah,
so being in a clique, but I can't stand people that you want to jump in and talk about, but you've never taken the chance to talk about it on your own by yourself. Yeah. You wait until the very moment that somebody else is mad so that y'all can be some heifers and be in a circle just talking about it, you know. So I've never been that person. I'm gonna talk about it on my own, and then I'll stop this live because you're not gonna get those numbers from when I'm venting about my situation. I'll start another live and we can talk about something completely different. But you're not gonna get on my live and get to talking shit about other people, you know, maybe the person I might have been talking about, because I don't feel like I ever go on live to talk shit about people. Yeah. I will get on live and I will tell the truth. I will say facts. If I need to, y'all know, I'm real quick to pull up some receipts. I will find.
Girl, you was pulling up old videos. What I tell you, Michelle? I said, is this happened really pulling up old videos when we were friends?
I heard courtroom music when that shit was set up. I like.
I wasn't even up a video. I was like, hold on. These bitches said they want me to wear their merch. They said that they like me.
And we did, bitch, because you cute.
Yep, exactly. But there's always been.
And I pull up because I'm petty like.
But I didn't
say it's thing, Philly.
Michelle, y'all look. Philly, the funny thing was though, when you was pulling up all them old videos that I was live with you with, I wasn't even mad. I laughed because I was like, we was cool.
Yeah.
It was nothing wrong. And I figured like, okay, maybe she trying to say, okay, she mad because bitch, you was once my friend, now you acting funny. And like I said, I tell everybody
You got it.
Yeah, I stood my ground on knowing, taking my accountability to how I handled it. It wouldn't have went this far.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have went this far. I mishandled the whole situation and everything else spun out of control. Then you got people that want numbers, people that want to get on your live because but all three of us had something to offer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Okay, I'm not talking. The only thing I said behind your back, I called you lollipop. Okay, that's it. I called you lollipop. Okay? So I don't want nobody, y'all can't say I told the girl, fuck y'all.
A lot of problems. It do be a lot of problems.
But you know, even though you was mad, you still was telling the truth, busting out more folks that was supposed to be our friends talking about us. And at first I was like, okay, Philly she mad with us. Why does Heifer try to tell us something? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Exactly.
Dawn was like, girl, that little girl was animate. I don't know. That little girl was animate. But then when I had 2 or 3 other people that I trust say, no, he said this and I seen it, I said, okay. Okay.
I don't care how much I dislike you. If you start jumping into the pot and stirring up shit, and I seen you all up in their face, all up in their life, hold on, no, don't come over here with that, because I just seen you. You was just cool with them.
I hate people like that.
No, you're not gonna do that with me, because I feel like, what are you trying to gain? What are you doing here?
You know I'm gonna say in that situation, it was a gain for him to try it with anybody who was not cool with us at the time.
Let me tell you something. It's sad. I don't care if you're 40, but definitely when you pass well in your 50s, that you got to use women's beef for coochie. Okay? This is the saddest thing because you was not the only one.
And I'm like, dude, me and you the same age. What are you doing? You know, I just feel that maybe I'm old school.
Are we talking about the man of the cloth right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the fat one with the big titties. We're talking three-tone.
Squeaky.
Oh.
It's so many of them. My God.
Yeah, it is.
You have to give them code names. Yeah.
Okay, Squeaky. Okay. That.
She want to throw up.
See, what you know, when this conversation has been discussed and there's been footage gone around, and you ask somebody who's actually seen and they got this reaction, that's not a good sign at all.
It's too many voices that had parts to play. Not all of the voices were Squeaky, but you know.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You know, adding into something, especially because this was over a year ago. This was over a year ago. So it's like, why are you even bringing up something that had nothing to do with you? Like, and it just made me realize all of the moving parts. We got Fedora. Fedora was passing information to Squeaky for Squeaky to even be able to say anything about that, because how would you even think to bring up these people in a conversation that has nothing to do with them? That there was absolutely nothing that would bring it to where we had to talk about y'all or bring anything up. So
no, let me hate on the same people I know that you mad at. Maybe you give me some.
Yeah.
And you know what, Philly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so glad I'm not your age no more, because having penis thrown and hitting you in the forehead 24/7 and trying to get it that way, it's tiring. It's tiring.
It's tiring.
It's exhausting. You know, and I still get my little mouth first, but being that I'm at my age, they not throwing D so quick. They gotta find out because they know I'm a more mature woman. But when you are at the age and younger, man, y'all got to understand. This is some tiring BS. They have penis thrown in your face all day.
I feel like it's a Dr. Seuss book, like you know, a green eggs and ham edition with penises involved. You know, I will not eat penises on the train. I will not eat them in this lane. That's how many slew of penises we get.
I felt what Chris Rock said when a man opens your door. You want some dick? Girl, it's 24/7 and it's
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Like,
I said, I can actually go outside without a Negro asking me, why you not smiling? Bitch, because I got bills to pay. I mean, look, if you want to smile, sweetheart, I will pay this bill. I'll smile for you. I swear to God, I will.
if I get
Are you single? No. Can you have friends? And I was like, hold on. They was doing that before I got divorced and everything. Like they still
doing the same shit.
still doing the same shit, different day.
And
Same
then,
time.
or it's, okay, let me send you a dick. Okay, do you like this dick? I don't like, if you gotta ask me, do I like the dick picture? I don't like the dick picture.
And
okay?
Philly, I hate to break your, I hate to break your heart. We still get that. Yeah, it don't. That part don't stop.
Yeah, and as I said, you would think
that part.
you get to a certain bracket. Okay, I'm a mature woman.
But you know what? And young women with natural hair, if you wear an afro out, men ain't gonna fuck with you too quick. It's something about when they can tell either you are at an age where you have no time for the BS, or when you wear your natural. This is a very confident sister.
Yeah.
So I gotta come correct with her. I've noticed this
that
about
was
me.
true. I wish that was true because y'all know sometimes I come on here with my fro out and they steal. I wish it was true.
But you know what? You already been on Instagram with your twist. They know what you. They know what you look like when you make up. When you made up, you do your hair.
They know it.
They know what
all.
They know what they're working with. Girl, go and put some of them locks back in your hair, and I'm gonna call you.
But I also want to bring up an important factor on beside us finally reconciling. I want to shout out to Vino because I know he had a big part to do with that. So I thank him for rectifying. I thank Philly for actually wanting to have a conversation, because all of us are all in. If this had been brought to us, you want to talk to Michelle, you want to talk to Rocky, you want to talk to, I don't talk to her. It could have been that vibe, but I'm glad we were like, you know what? Now let's wipe slate clean.
So I have to be honest about my part in it. So I got tired of having good conversations and sitting in the comments because I was like, well, one of them is up there.
No, it was on the shit. Don't say one of them. I don't like you.
Listen, I didn't like both of y'all. So it was one of y'all. I didn't care which one of it was.
Well, I understand.
One of y'all was up there.
That was Michelle. That was up there, blocking your joy.
No, dead ass. One day y'all were having a good conversation. Michelle was up there, and I think I can't remember if it was Christine or Tasha, and we were talking about like growing platforms and making sure like outreach to other people, how to grow our platforms and how to basically get to that women audience, because obviously me and Michelle are having a similar thing to where I have a big male audience, and I'm trying to, make sure that I'm not just a male-based audience, that I have both. Yeah. And then y'all were talking about like endorsements and stuff like that, and I was like, I really want to be a part of this conversation, but
I hate that bitch.
Do you know how many times I was about to press the button? And then I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm standing on business.
It's that
we were standing on petty. We all did it.
We do that. We do that. But when you popped up,
it got so good. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna come up here. I'm gonna say, hey, everybody. And I was hoping that you didn't feel like you was included in the everybody. I ain't even gonna lie.
I didn't give a fuck. I was just to see you on the same screen. Just to see you on the same screen with me, I was like, oh, hey, Philly. Yeah, I was just like, hey, Philly.
I saw your face. And I was like,
shock.
I was
dead. I'm like, oh shit.
I think Michelle said, good, you know Philly cammed up when I was up there.
I said, I can't believe she cammed up with me. Oh. I said, but it felt good, and that's why I was motivated. I said, let me not just leave it there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to just leave you wanting to go ahead and join the conversation as, okay, we cool again. See, that's the problem I don't like.
Right.
When there's been a situation, don't think you could just pop up and I done forgot about the bullshit.
Right.
We need to have a conversation so we have mutual understanding and respect. Hey, I was wrong. You was wrong.
Yeah.
Bam.
Again, Vino in the comments that says he was gonna be blamed for this your union. It was you, Vino, because you already knew Michelle and Philly and us weren't getting along, but you went ahead and brought her up.
He was definitely a bridge.
Yes.
And he has said this before. He put his friends in awkward situations to see what's gonna happen.
Yes.
And you know, for the most part, I try to be respectful. I try to be a lady. And depending on, you know, I try to be that right there was like me on straight business. Like, okay, we up here. I'm laughing and joking with, like I said, I can't remember if it was Christine or Tasha, and I'm laughing with Bino. I'm not laughing with you. And I mean, and that's just really how we up here, we laughing together, but I ain't laughing with you. I'm not.
But I don't fuck
camaraderie with you because
Exactly.
he still wasn't squashed.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're just up here having a business professional conversation because at the end of the day, you're gonna work with people that you don't like. If you work in corporate America, you're gonna work with a lot of people that you don't like, and just because you don't like them doesn't mean that you don't have to be in the same room as them. But you do business with Vino. Vino's like my best friend. I am the co-host of Psycho
God
Babble,
bless you, Philly.
and it makes sense for us to all be able to come together. It makes sense. But on top of that, there was never no real point of us beefing or whatever anybody wants. There was no need for it. There was a conversation that was needed.
That's all.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why I was like, I can't leave it there because, like I said, I hate that shit. You know we not good. So don't
But I tried and I got cussed out.
Don't pop up here like we ain't gonna resolve this shit. No, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna understand and we're gonna squash it. That's just the way I like to move because I don't want no fake bullshit.
But like I was saying, that was my whole intent when I came into Philly's live. Cause like I said, I felt like shit, and I said I shouldn't have did that girl like that. I should not did her like that.
Yeah. And my feelings was just hurt, and I was like,
emotional, Philly.
Like that's how you feel. Like, just stay away from me. Like,
I
don't need it.
One thing, the reason why I know we both got along is because we talk our shit.
Mm-hmm.
We straight up.
Yeah.
We both can take accountability. We both know neither one of us are punk bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna fight by myself, and you're gonna fight by yourself. And like I said, I should have said something to you, knowing that you a Gemini and I'm a Libra. Air signs we are very emotional motherfuckers. When we fuck with you, we fuck with you, and we rock with you. It has to be something really bad for us to just cut you off.
Right.
So being that we all were emotional fucking air signs, and we could be dangerous, y'all, because we are emotional. That's the only thing that makes us dangerous, because we could be emotional. Mm-hmm. We allowed our emotions before common sense to talk to each other. Mm-hmm. And I should have, just like I should have talked to you before I cut you off, I should have talked to you before I entered your life. Yeah. Knowing you was on that fucking energy. I've always known you to be on that energy. I've been in your lives when you did that shit to other motherfuckers. And I ain't switched it up. Look, I'm like, look, I like that about you, because I feel like if I was to meet you in person, I'm gonna meet the same motherfucker I'm talking to right now. Yeah. Vice versa. I think people are really weird on Instagram when they be talking about, oh, I just be doing a character, or I just be acting. Then you know, bitch, you get it for real. That's you, because this is not a soap. You're not getting paid for it. And not no more. Okay, I'm like, this is. But even when I wasn't getting paid off the live, but you know. But exactly. I should have known the energy, period, I was gonna get when I entered that room. So I kind of set myself up and made myself, and I got in my own fucking feelings for doing that. Because like I said, then I got emotional again. And then like I said, I think it was just emotional things, because neither one really did anything to each other. Besides being emotional and talking shit, trying to hurt each other's feelings. Yeah.
And I do have to inject, I'm sorry, Phil, but I want to inject this factor. I think a lot of the shit stirring did come from some of the same men in the same circle. And bitches, because look. It was more men, though. It was more men. And I've had more fallouts with men than I've had women. I really have. When it's a public, big, what that niggas were saying. And you know what the funny thing, it'd be a lot of male comedians I fall out with. But it's been more men. Normally with the women,
either I was extremely close with you, and that's only been 2, really 3. And I've just realized you've done some fuck shit behind my back. You backstab me. Once you backstab me, and I see everything, and I have proof, I can't fuck with you no more like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna hurt more because you actually had a relationship where you talked constantly. You were friends. I was helping you. I was making sure you, your kid, whatever was good, because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
And when you are taken advantage of, you just like, okay, bitch, you gotta
good.
go. You gotta go. And normally, and that's another, my cutoff, when I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't have your funeral. Your obituary is sitting on my fucking desk so I can look at it and admire it every day.
I ain't that deep.
No, I'm that deep. And you know, and that's the one thing about, I know the difference between each air sign. I know us Libras, when it comes to cutting a motherfucker off and we say you dead, ain't no coming back.
Right.
I don't want to talk. Don't send your daddy over here to talk to me. Fuck your sister. I had an ex try to. I'm like, baby, look, don't get involved with this.
Yeah.
Because I don't have no beef with you. I ain't fucking with your brother no more.
I think that it was fun. Like I said, there was a lot of males that did get involved.
It was.
But the one that made me laugh the most was the fedora. Because, you know, me and the fedora was cool. Me and the fedora was still cool. And he was like, I told you that shit was going to happen. That happened with everybody. And I'm like,
crazy.
But now it's you. And you're the one who. And so, like, I said, you can't compare. And even then, I was like, you can't compare my situation to your situation with them because we didn't have the same type of situation. We didn't have the same type of falling out. So, whereas you feel that way to be able to say that, I can't say that that's the same thing that happened to me. Don't try to compare situations as to, oh, well, y'all fell out because of this and we fell out because of that. No, it wasn't the same.
No.
You can't compare the situations at all.
It's Fedora who I think it is because that shit was done on a live where everybody saw how you fucked me over.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
it is.
I'm trying to get these undercover names together. Okay, so dude, you had, if he compared that,
the sour ass. You called him sour ass. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, so and it was funny because he was like, you sit up there and you tried to defend them on my live, and I was like, no, it's still not the same situation. I have always stood on that. It's not the same situation. What happened with y'all and what happened with us is still not the same. We can't compare situations with each other. Like it's just we just can't do it. For whatever reason that y'all fell out is not the same reason that me and them fell out. And I think that's what a lot of people, when we're talking earlier about clicking together, that's what people try to do. They try to click together and try to find some type of commonality between why y'all fell out.
Those
and
are
we can hate each other together now.
Yeah, that's the connection.
But you know
that's the connection.
You got a lot of ops on fucking Instagram, and people love to try to be friends when they feel like you don't fell out with somebody. Yeah. And it'd be the same people that talked about either me, Michelle, behind closed doors, or you. Because when I saw you talking to certain people after me and that person fell out, I said, bitch, you didn't like her. What are you doing?
What you doing?
Oh, you know we're not talking no more. So all of a sudden you want to be friends. You's a scary punk op bitch.
Everybody got to put out a PSA on drama.
Oh my God. Yeah, you don't like them. I don't.
But unfortunately, with Instagram being the pot stirrers, I'm glad we all had an opportunity to say, look, you know, I fucks with Philly. I really do. I've always admired Philly because I think Philly has so much. I see producer, personality, influencer when it comes to Philly.
Yeah.
I see all that in her. And I don't say that about a lot of folks who got platforms. Because I'll listen to some shit. I'm like, you need to go back to your day job.
Girl, Philly don't came a long fucking way from when I first met her.
Yeah.
Philly's done a whole lot, you know.
A whole lot of growth.
Since I met her. So.
I'd have had to. But in that, I think that was really too. So like me and Rocky, we just always had a lot of fun together. Like, you know, we did. We get on live, we have fun, we laugh together. I was like, okay, I don't know it because you had told me that you wasn't so much into the podcast.
No, but you know, the funny thing is I've never been into the podcast being in the limelight. but I had a lot to do with the building and the
Yeah.
suggestions and with how we need to structure it. And we got a lot tighter because Michelle took, you know, she came in because that was her main baby. And I'm like, okay, we need to tweak this and make this, you know, we got to do this and we got to stop doing this. And it made the podcast, and that's I think what people get mistaken about. A lot of our ideas we did together. Yeah. And Michelle I know Michelle's good at scripting it, the shit you see, the layout. But as far as, okay, the name, how we need to go about the conversation, that was me. Yeah. But I don't talk about it and I don't get onto it when I'm on live like Michelle, because like I said, it's not like my love. But I've always had my personality is who I am. I'm naturally funny, like you're naturally funny. When I get on stage, fuck no, that's another kind of art.
Right.
And they kept trying to push me when we first got to Houston. They're like, oh, come on, you need to sit. No, that's not my jam. You know, that's something different. But I'm gonna always be a creator and be art because I'm a stylist. Yeah. This is what I do. I deal with people. Yeah. I understand what people want to talk about. I understand how people feel. Then when you're a stylist, you're also a fucking therapist. Yeah. I gotta heal your goddamn problems. So I got to get you to calm the fuck down so we can enjoy this hair. Bitch, you supposed to be relaxing. Shut the fuck up. Lay in this bowl and shut your ass up. Let me massage your scalp. You know. So it's so much to it being a people person. But I think the thing I didn't want to do with the podcast, it was so demanding. That's what turned me off about it. Okay, this is something that you pulled me into. Because I was not Michelle's first pick. Oh. Michelle had her male friend and it didn't jail. Because I was in the background chilling. So Michelle was like, Rocky, I need your help because this shit ain't working. There was no bouncing. It was not good.
It was flat.
It was very flat, and he kept talking and he changed the subject and it was a mess. Ooh. So therefore, that's where, okay, what should we name it? Because I didn't want to name it after my business, and that's when I came up with Gossip and Heifers. Yeah. Because and people, y'all got to understand, when I came up with that name, I wasn't talking about us because we were talking about politics, we were talking about celebrity news, and whatever was hot in out there right now.
Anything trending.
That's gossiping. Yep. We tell. I mean, when we be boring, talking about sisters with the news. It's a boring shit. Who want? Girl, you ain't gonna click on that.
And you know what? And because you don't talk about it, people don't know that you come up with these ideas. And so, like, I knew I knew a couple of things about you. I knew that I liked you. I knew that we had good conversation. I knew that we got along with each other very well. And I find a lot of people that I can just bounce the funny off with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I felt like me and you was just both funny together, and it was like, oh, it just kind of works, and it's good. Like, it's good, clean fun. We're having a good time. It's women coming together, and so that's one of the things I like to, or that I've tried to do for a long time, is like find more women that we can gel with each other and grow a type of community and then be able to build. But I also knew that Michelle was more on the producing side, and that she's always made that very clear. She never cammed up as much as you. And so that's why I said I think that you looked more messy because you were the face on Instagram. On Instagram, at least.
But it was also who I was always dealing with, because they was always live. And I felt like, okay, this is my homegirl. If I saw you live, I was gonna come check you out. If I saw who live, and that was a friendship that should have never happened, and it was too long. And also, I have to take accountability of people, because I was warned about talking to that person and dealing with this person, constantly going live with this person. And that's why you don't see my ass no more on live. Yeah. You don't see me on Instagram. Girl, where you been? I thought you deleted your account. No, I'm still here.
I'm living life.
Yeah, I'm doing life now because y'all taught me this ain't what I need to be doing.
Right. But as far as it goes with me, like, I do want to find a group of especially Black women and come together and build something that is special, something that other women of color will see, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like, it don't gotta be no bullshit. It ain't gotta be no mess. Like, we can learn from each other. And that's what I felt like. I was like, okay, that they're older than me. I have a lot to learn. Y'all had already started a platform, but then on top of that, y'all was just cool as shit. And so I was like, they cool, like they like me. I don't know why they like me. Like, you know, I had to, when I started going live, I was like, okay, there's people that act like they like me and they don't.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, I feel like they like me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we really get along. And so then, like I said, when we fell out, I was like, oh, fuck.
Them bitches too.
Yeah. God damn. Shit.
You question how you feel about people.
Yeah.
When you go through these situations with, especially when you have so many, and they all look different. And so it's like, we were talking about this one time. Do you feel like you can feel people's energy when you go live with people? And I do feel like a lot of times you can. There's sometimes I can go into a live and I'll be like, I can't think. They have an aura about them. I'm not going live with them. There's times where people tell me, don't go live with them. They had this, that, and the other. And I'm one of those people, I gotta fuck around and find out for myself.
That's me.
Myself. Exactly.
That's me.
And so, like, even before I met y'all, I had never seen y'all before because the Unfunny Pirate had brought y'all up to me and was like, yeah, the Gossiping Heifers. And I was like, I ain't never even seen nobody named the Gossiping Heifers before. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? Well, and I was like, well, I've never seen them before, so why are they talking about me? And I ain't never even seen these people. And so then I have to think, oh, and I wasn't putting two and two together yet.
Yeah.
If they saying something about me, it's because of you, because I don't even feel like I know everybody that they know. Like, at that point, I was still, and so I had to fuck around and find out for myself. And I was like, oh no, these girls are cool.
Yeah.
So why are they talking about me? And then even with that, again, even with our whole fallout, when me and y'all, we first made our connection, y'all made a public and a private, you know, apology to me because y'all had heard things about me.
Yeah.
And so like, it was like, dang. So when the second situation happened, I was like, I don't know if I can trust it. I don't, you know, I understand how these Instagram streets work.
Yeah.
But it was like, damn, like we didn't actually got to know each other now. Yeah. We didn't really made a connection, regardless of what anybody has said, no matter what I have seen, what I have agreed or disagreed with.
Yeah.
And so again, when people make connections the way that we have, I think that it's good to continue to talk and just move forward. And even if you don't move forward together, make sure that you got all of the pieces together before you make your decision.
Facts.
And that's something that we didn't do.
Exactly.
And we made a pact that if any BS pop up, we will communicate, y'all. So don't go telling Philly one thing.
We've exchanged phone numbers.
So because I will not Philly up this time.
Yeah.
Sir, let me tell you this so and so. And I drop names. If your name is John P. and you the one told me something, Philly, John P. told me this. I keep it real. Yeah. And y'all know Philly, as I said, we got the same energy when it comes to that. Yep. But that, you know, it's so funny that you said that because I think of another person that went off on us that we just stopped talking to because it was just inappropriate. That same person you was talking about had told me a whole story about this female comedian, let's just say that I never knew. And next thing I know, I think 2 days later, they was going off on somebody else's live that I said what I was told. Mm-hmm. And I had never repeated it. So I immediately like, oh, okay. So you told me, now you telling her that I said it. Okay. It's so transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never knew this and no repeated it. Like I said, first of all, I was never given a chance because that nigga said something so quick. I was never getting, you didn't give time.
The guilty pleasure cover their tracks quick.
Now
you like to cover their tracks quick.
You just got some men that coochie fell out, but they still got female ways. Okay?
Ooh,
And
that person just used to talk loud to make sure that nobody else would be able to say anything. And I don't want to be like that. I don't even want to be around people like that.
that's me.
So,
Yeah.
it's peaceful here. I plan on keeping it peaceful here.
Amen.
Is there gonna be some bullshit? And am I a petty person? You goddamn right.
Girl, we
Yeah,
all petty shit.
Y'all petty. Yeah.
I can't let go of the petty because sometimes the petty gotta live on because it gives me
Exactly.
boo boo if I don't let it. You know,
It's just a little spice, little seasoning.
No seasoning.
But when it comes to true friendship, we need to have communication clear
yeah.
and be honest with each other. I can't call you my friend and do that kind of fuck shit again.
Yeah.
I can't call you my friend and then tell you, oh, so-and-so was talking about you, but what did you say? Did you defend me? Because anybody I'm a true friend with, you are going to already know you don't even talk about this person when I'm in the room.
Like, that's my people. We're not doing that.
And I've always liked you feeling like you said earlier, we get along because we got a lot of the same energy.
Yeah.
You're just more into the podcasting than I am.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the attention, it was too much for me personally. And I quit the gossip and half as Michelle can tell you over 100 fucking times.
Every fucking week this bitch canceled.
I'm
not doing this shit no more. You do it by yourself. Every week. It
brings too much attention and it was negative. It was jealousy, hatred. Why you doing this? How you doing this? How you blessed to have this person? Like, bitch, my life and me being a guy's favor ain't got nothing to do with you or Instagram.
And I was just telling Vino, like I said earlier, our sisterhood has never been tested as much since we got on Instagram.
Yeah.
We've had all the similar characters that we've all had interactions with. And these be the same ones either they try to pit my sister and I against each other.
Mm-hmm.
They try to piss off one and treat the other one like gold. And they do it publicly to cause chaos. And I'm like, dude, this shit happens all the fucking time.
And the funny thing is about it is normally they get pissed with me because I don't told them the fucking truth and they want to hear it. Don't ask me if you don't want to know. And then turn around and get angry with me and try to be friends with my sister. There's one thing my father, y'all got to understand. My daddy made it clear when we both dead, all you got is you guys. You and your sister.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Mm-hmm.
We were raised where if you want to piss my daddy really off, let us fight.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
That would make my dad lose his freaking mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my mama would tell you, if we was up there fighting, the first one come downstairs, I'm beating your ass. Whoever comes down here crying, I'm going to beat your ass.
Whoever come down here first gonna get it. They gonna get it.
That's the household we was raised up in.
Look, I got a girl and a boy, and so I can't treat it the same way.
Yeah, I understand because that's a whole different energy for both of them.
Ooh, yeah, I got a girl and a boy.
See how we learn still.
God bless you.
Yeah, so me and my sister are 9 years apart, and we live in different states. But if my sister was to ever call me and say, Philly, da-da-da, I ain't asking no questions. It's a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make it there in 9. We're gonna try to shave an hour off, but I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, shit, I'm doing 90.
So I'm the same way, and so that's why I already knew when I fell out with Rocky. I was like, well, me and Michelle ain't gonna be cool no more. And that was one thing I never wanted to try to pit, and I understand that people.
You never did though, Philly. You never did.
I understand that people do that because I see, we see it, and there's that's why I don't let even my friends that I grew up with that I've known for a long time. I don't let them get on my platform.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
I don't. If they come over to my house, you might see them walking around in the background. They might even come and get in the camera. But as far as letting them cam up on their own page and do all of that, because I understand that some of these people, they want to see who you're friends with in real life.
Yes.
They want to see who your family is.
Exactly.
They want to be involved. They want to have some type of input so that if something do ever happen, oh, you know what? I got somebody in my back pocket that
Yep.
Let me see what I can do. So I already understand the dynamics. I feel like people try to do it all the time. Just with, okay, if I go live with y'all all the time, somebody gonna try to find something. They gonna try to find a little loophole to be like, hold on. And that's why I always say, like, if we fall out, we can fall out. Let's try not to do it publicly. If it does happen publicly, then I really don't want to fuck with you if it happens publicly.
Yeah.
You know, this is a rare situation to where I can come back from it, because I don't, like I said, I felt like it was something that was small. It was petty. It wasn't something that was unforgivable. And then talking about family, children, you know, anything like that. You talk about my kids, you talk about my family, I'm
done. You did.
I'm done.
You done.
But it was so petty. We can come back from it, even though it happened online. But most of the time, I'm not coming back on that, because there's too many people that's watching that want to have some type of input to sit up there and throw a wrench in, you know, in something like this happening, because they want to keep on stirring the pot.
Yeah.
You're going to have some people try it, though. You talking to them again.
Watch. After this, I give this live 24 to 48 hours for, you know what, Philly, you didn't pay attention when Michelle was doing this with her ear. You know, she was trying to talk about you. I mean, it's just the silly nonsense that happens with interaction from others that don't know what the hell going on.
And being that I don't talk to people and be on Instagram like I used to, because I really thought Instagram was fun. It was an outlet. And see, people also don't take consideration that I moved to a state I really didn't want to move to. I was comfortable in Tennessee, Memphis. I didn't want to go. So Instagram was another outlet. It's another reason why I was on so much, because I didn't really fuck with a lot of people. I don't like people in Texas. I have to be honest. People in Tennessee are a little bit more laid back, like me.
Yeah.
You know, regular folks.
Yeah.
Folks out here ain't regular folks. I don't do that.
It's a bunch of snooty niggas out here.
Extra bougie. Bitches want to be your friend. What kind of car you drive? Are we fucking? Are we really? Is what we doing?
Right.
Or then you got like that real low vibrating hood. I'm not doing either one.
Yeah.
So I really wasn't talking to a lot of people or had a connection, because my best friends still live in Tennessee and I got one in Florida, and all 2nd grade Florida, 10th grade Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where all my homies are at, is back in Memphis. So I'm like, okay, I don't have a lot of people besides work. I'm gonna get on IG and have friends and talk. And it became toxic and dangerous. And that's why people really saw me more on Instagram than Michelle. I don't know, Michelle, if you ever really start talking to a lot of people.
I'm a person that likes to stay in the comments mainly if I don't know the host.
But you got a child too, though. See, I don't have no kids.
But see that too. But at the same time, I've gotten to the point. Me and my girlfriend would just have this conversation behind the scenes. You come to certain situations that you used to be entertained by, and you start looking like, why am I here?
Yeah, that's what I did.
I feel the same way. Why am I here? I am wasting my time. I could be doing something else.
Yeah. And it took me a minute to bump my head. And like I said again, it was some of the people I was choosing to really talk to, because Philly didn't get along with one of them people. And I was trying to get them to get along, you know, but she wasn't having it. She was being extra. It was some stupid shit. But
you like the hoe. You like the hoe for 1 minute.
I I knew she was a hoe. And I was trying to teach her how to be a better hoe. I was really saying, girl, look, if you're gonna be a hoe, don't be a dry person.
Be a good one.
I'm saying, baby. But you know the main connection. I have a weakness when it comes to kids.
Yeah.
And I really adored her baby.
Yeah.
I loved whenever she knew. She didn't have to see my face. She hear my voice. Rocky, 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 Rocky.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my baby. So that was something that kind of kept me. I felt like if I'm in the picture, I can kind of protect that baby.
Yeah.
By directing you. But then when I realized, bitch, you's a lost hoe.
Ain't no help for you. I'm sorry.
Ain't no help. Ain't no help. And there's another thing. I also had to stop playing Captain Saver hoe, because a lot of people cry and complain. They don't really want to.
They don't really want change.
They just want to cry.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your problems, bitch. I got my own.
Well, I'm glad that we resolved our problem because we've been over here.
And y'all did try to resolve that one, but I knew it was a lost cause when she said, "Why she breathing like that?" I was like, "Damn, I can't breathe." Like,
you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you how petty I was. Whenever IG did glitch and allow us in the comments, and I would see the disgust on your face, it brought me joy.
Because Billy, your face be talking.
Your
face be talking his ass off. Like,
I said, "Ooh, she see."
My face is very loud. I don't have a poker face. Y'all was cursing blessing.
I knew. Let me tell you something, Philly. I knew when you saw my name. I ain't gonna lie. I almost got moist every time you just. Because I have to say, I know them expressions because I do the same crap.
Oh my God.
I be trying to be quiet, but my face is like, "Oh Lord, bitch, why is you here? I hate you."
Right? I was like, "Oh, how and why?"
Like Instagram, don't you know we blocked? Why am I seeing her?
Oh, Jesus. My whole chin, every time my chin, because I do this little motion.
Yeah, I knew when you saw my name come in the room, I was crying laughing. I ain't gonna lie. Dude, we know your face the same way, but I ain't gonna lie. That's the petty in me, and I got the Lord help me stop being so petty, because I was just like, "Oh, I see Philly live click." It's so sad. It's wrong, y'all.
And see, I feel like I knew that it gave y'all joy, because normally when people join the live that I don't like, I'll be like, "Why you here? You know I don't like your ass." But I didn't want to give y'all that satisfaction of sitting up there be like, "Why you here?" See, so although my face showed it, I didn't want to publicly show it.
No, and Phil, we work the same way. Because if I saw you or somebody I don't like, I'd be like, "Bitch, why you here?" But I'm not gonna say nothing.
Nothing out loud.
Myself. And that's why I knew. Because we got the same shit. I knew. I stopped pissing her off just existing.
Look, before we get up out of here, I did it today. I cammed up with Vino, and somebody was on the live that don't like me, and they got quiet and they left. They didn't add nothing else to the conversation. My soul smiled just a little bit. Okay, my soul. Okay,
that's why your ass wearing yellow. Sunshine.
Listen, when I can get somebody that amped up to leave, that's my grandmother's age.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I hate I missed that. I love it when somebody
that person weird, because they got like 1,000 pages, and it's really weird. Because I only got 300 plus blocked because of your ass, lady. Every time I turn around, why am I seeing you, bitch? You blocked.
So look, I'm not blocking me having fun no more. I would rather cam up with people that don't like me, because a lot of the people that don't like me ain't gonna call it out that they don't like me in the first place. They just gonna leave. I'm still gonna cam up and have a good ass time.
Hey, I ain't leaving, girl. Look, we not leaving.
You are better again. I cammed up with Michelle, and I was like, "I don't like this bitch," but
Michelle knew, and you know what?
She either gonna leave or we gonna have a good time.
Because you were like, "Why is you here?" Michelle was like, "Because Vino invited me." And I'm not leaving. See, we're not punk bitches, y'all.
Ain't none of us no punks. No.
We own that same
and the fact that we didn't like each other, it made for some good. It made for a good moment.
It was good content. I get my hands off the beat on that one.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's why we're here today.
Yeah.
Because I probably would not have listened to nothing that nobody said, but I was like, we don't have no reason. No, we don't have a real reason. Other than we just didn't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Communication is key, baby, with everything.
So we are being grown women. It is possible to have some fuck shit go down, but I think if we, as adults, man or woman, can rectify situations with through conversation. And that's where we all dropped the ball in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
We let emotions and current environment, which was majorly toxic on everybody's end, going through some bullshit with this Instagram platform.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were able to reconcile because, like I said, there was really no real beef beside we did not communicate properly.
Yeah.
Feelings got hurt.
Feelings got hurt, yeah.
Feelings hurt for no reason.
Yeah.
Feelings hurt because we actually cared about each other.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna have my feelings hurt about somebody I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
And that's real talk. So feelings got hurt, buttons got pressed, and it all started with me not communicating. And I apologize, Philly apologized to us. And I'm just glad we're here.
No, and I will. I'm gonna give a public apology too. I do apologize for the way that I talked to y'all and for the way that I handled the situation because there was no reason for us to not be able to.
Yeah.
But for somebody to be able to reach out and I've privately apologized and we're here and we good.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's more great things to come.
Yes.
And
what, Philly, it is. Because I think you may be the first female that Michelle can actually interview on her fucking podcast that's going to, be positive. Because that's the main reason why Michelle has a lot of hard times with interviews when it comes to women. Don't show up. They don't come with their makeup like you doing with a good background and your light right because you come disrespectful. So it's a disrespect for the platform right there. Yeah. And you got something to offer with conversation.
Thank you.
And y'all got something in common.
Mm-hmm. No, Philly's a great conversationist. I see great producer because when she's over there with Vino, she's checking shit. Your phone need to be this way, and
Vino need that.
You doing this? We need to get back on track. Okay,
Vino need that shit. Yeah, he needs a little classy air to his fucking his production because he probably would be all over the place. But I think Michelle would be able to do more interviews because me and my girl was the one like you need to have more women on. But then we realized, I see what you're talking about. So I really see that you all will probably be bouncing off each other's platform.
Oh, definitely, and I appreciate the opportunity. Like I said,
and I'm gonna say this right now. I don't mean to cut you off. Philly was my friend first, bitch. I'm just letting you know this right now.
I don't give a damn who friended Philly first. Okay, I don't give a damn.
See my friend, I hit it first.
Oh, okay. I can't stand this stuff. Okay? I really cannot stand this stuff. But I do appreciate that I'm not over there on anybody's platform for numbers. I'm authentically there because I enjoy the content and the conversation. There's only so many lives I like to go to, and you guys are definitely one of my favorites.
I can actually enjoy y'all's live now.
You just want to end this.
Thank you, Logan.
Yeah, you just go end this. I know when you reading them comments.
I'm not. No. I'm really not. I just saw some, but I'm not. It's just and Philly reads everything. Yeah. No, I'm talking about something else. Why I made clear to Vino why I can't come to your goddamn lives. And even when me and Philly were talking, I was like, Philly good. Y'all do good.
I can watch Philly. Yeah. But
them other months, never mind.
That other one?
I can watch it. Leave it at that.
But anyhow, you guys make sure.
Can we take a shot then, ladies? Because I'm gonna be a little ghetto with it because I'm not about to fill up this. I'm gonna take it from the head.
Take it from the bottle. Take it from the head.
I'm gonna take it from the bottle.
There you go. Take it from the head.
It's a camaraderie shot. And I appreciate you, ladies. I love y'all. We're gonna continue to grow and communicate. And I really hope that anybody can learn from this because this was a learning lesson, I think, for all three of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Most definitely.
Well,
cheers.
Cheers, girls and friends. And we love you too, Philly.
That's right, Philly. Now, before I let these lovely ladies go, I want y'all to know this don't stop here. I want y'all to tune in Wednesday to a very special episode of Psychobabble.
With Big Vino. Big Vino.
My grandpa's.
Psychobabble with Big Vino.
That's right, y'all can check out the lovely Philly and Big Vino Wednesday with Psychobabble, where we're going to continue about this healing. We're going to continue to resolve this conflict. I mean, we good, but there's a lot of conflict going on, especially on Instagram, y'all. So when y'all have a situation go down, make sure if you got to report that person, have a conversation behind the scenes.
Yes.
Stop doing public debates because y'all are entertaining foolishness and you give an invitation for others to get their input on a situation they know nothing about.
And remember, this is why we was able to come back, because we didn't do that bullshit. And I'm going to start Salon Chronicles. I already did my page. Hairstyle Slayer. I told my shit because these motherfuckers be really pissing me off. Oh, Lord Jesus. That's a whole nother conversation. So
yes.
I'm going to start doing that. It's just going to be me bitching and telling the truth as a fucking hairstylist. The fuck shit y'all be doing coming in shops, especially with your badass kids.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to direct. I'm gonna have to have you on Rocket just for that, just to have that conversation, because you come home with some wild ass stories. I ain't gonna lie, stories be wild. But y'all make sure y'all follow my girl Philly and tune into Psychobabble on Wednesday on Big Vino Comedy. And y'all see this hoochie when y'all see her, because she on podcast.
What kind of production was that?
She on podcast.
Like I said, see, you know what? See, Philly, you just witnessed my sister shitting on Salon Chronicles. I just said I was gonna be trying to make more
I'm
presents.
fucking with you, Rocket.
Look,
Yeah,
that's
Salon
why you got that edible tonight, okay? But
Yeah,
that's
you
exactly.
know what? She lucky, because that edible could go bad. It can go bad sometimes, but it's good today.
No, that's gonna be good though. Whenever you decide to start it, then, because I think that you think that you ain't gonna start. So,
I'm gonna be doing recordings, pre-recordings, putting them up.
Okay.
I will not be going live with a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I won't deal with you niggas like that. I ain't talking about you ladies on the board. I don't want to deal with you niggas like that. So I was just expressing a lot of my trauma.
Yeah.
And the fuck shit y'all do at a salon.
Well, we're gonna look out for Salon Chronicles, Psychobabble on Wednesday. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all stay backstage. We got some chit chat to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all follow both my ladies. And I'm glad we had this conversation. It was necessary. Grown women can get along. Grown women can conversate, okay? So for those who thought it was going to be some drama tonight, I'm so sorry to disappoint. No, I'm proud I disappointed you. I really am. Because we need more examples like this. Yeah, we like to be messy. Have our fun. Have our laughs. As a matter of fact, speaking of messy, y'all can look forward to the next live next week. God help me, Big Vino will be taking over my platform once again. That means he's going to be asking me all these questions. Y'all some nosy fuckers. So I'm going to answer to them what I'm going to answer to, okay? Don't y'all get too crazy up in peace. But tomorrow morning, you can look forward to a new episode. That's right, nice and plushy love, okay? That's going to be dealing with navigating life as a plus-size woman. I figured I'd go ahead and break it down because see, some of y'all don't understand. Y'all think it's a certain way I'm living, or that you see a plus-size woman, you think a certain way of her. Y'all just kidding yourselves, okay? But look, I appreciate y'all. I thank you guys for having this conversation with us. I appreciate Philly for coming on. I appreciate my sister, former co-host, for coming on. And thank you again to Big Vino, because I think he was the gap of this whole situation. We could have squashed it ourselves, but we all air signs. We some stubborn motherfuckers, I ain't gonna lie. But it is what it is. We squashed. Take it as an example. Apply it to your own life. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Y'all make sure that y'all check out my new episode on navigating life as a plus-size woman. Dropping at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So until next time, everybody, peace.
Talk to me, Michelle.
Edited by Protege Consulting.